Okay, so professors, like I hinted on the page, there's an interesting topic, and I hope and pray that you bring your A game when it comes to sharing opinion on some of the matters we'll be looking at. So our topic is law of contracts, or better still, contract law. Now, law is interesting because then you see, two minds arguing against each other to win. So contract law is one of the interesting topics you find in business. Okay. Now I know you might have experiences with having to argue your case out with either a colleague or a friend or a family member. Before we begin looking at some of the issues, just two or three professors sharing their experience. Have you ever encountered a scenario or a case where you have to, either defend yourself or, as in, talk law to argue your case out? Has it ever happened to you? Well, it might not be in the courtroom, but in your various home, school, etc. Any professor to share just an experience with us? Interesting. Is it that my question is not clear or professors don't know what to say? Okay, I guess I'll continue since professors want to keep their thoughts to themselves. Okay, so I want us to look at these few things before we even begin digesting uh, our food for today. So I have few cases here. Okay, these are cases that happened in Ghana, and I want us to look at them so we can appreciate the topic we are about to discuss. So who will be the first case for me, which is a case between Seidu and the Agricultural Development Bank. This was in the year 1992. So one of you should read the facts of the case for me. Prof. Jeremy, if you can do that reading for me, I'll be glad.
Sir.
Yes, please go ahead and read the case for me. Seidu versus ADB.
Service which part?
Yeah, the first case, as in what you see on the screen, right? The one I've just highlighted. Or you cannot see my screen. Okay, yeah.
Secondly,
Okay. So let's hear you.
fact. The Agricultural Development Bank, to bracket EDB, give a loan to Orlando A. Yakubu and CEO into brackets Esu proprietorship for a tractor which served as security. The tractor remained registered to Orlando A. Yakubu. After the loan period, Yakubu sold the tractor to plaintiff Seidu, who was unaware of the bank's security interest. The bank later seized the tractor from Seidu, leading Seidu to sue the bank.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Jeremy. So, professors, there you have it. Imagine if you find yourself in the courtroom, or better still, you are involved, whether you're a family member to Seidu or whatever. What advice would you give? And what is your opinion on what you have read? ADB gave a loan to Orlando A. Yakubu and Co., right? A sole proprietorship business. And the sole proprietorship used the tractor as a security. And I hope you know when an asset is used as a security, what it means is that if you don't pay the loan, the bank will sell the tractor to settle whatever outstanding balance there is. Now, the tractor remained registered to Orlando A. Yakubu. After the loan period, Yakubu sold the tractor to Seidu. Now, Seidu was unaware of, this arrangement the bank had with, Orlando Yakubu and Co. That's the sole proprietorship. So the bank later seized the tractor from Seidu, and Seidu sued the bank, for damages. What is your view about this? I need opinions on this one. If you happen to be a judge and this is brought before you, what will be your ruling? Well, let me start. Prof. Bridget. Do I have Prof. Bridget available? Professors, can you hear me? Because you are not responding to me. Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Prof. Bridget, are you there? Can you hear me? Well, on mute. Your microphone is muted. So, well, if any other professor wants to share an opinion on this, let me know. Prof. Caleb, what would be your ruling if you were to sit on this case? Is it that my my professors don't believe in their ruling, or okay, let me try my luck with Prof. Selikem. Prof. Selikem. Prof. Janelle. Oh, interesting there. Well, somebody said, well, okay, so I don't know, but professors who are not responding, is it that you cannot hear me? Bridget, Janelle, Selikem. Well, you can decline to share your opinion. That's no problem, but let me know that at least you can hear me. Oh, come on, guys. Or I should end the class.
No, sir.
Communication is very important. Provide feedback. Okay, hello, sir. Well, I decline to share an opinion, or better, so that's better, but to be silent like that, it tells me you are either not listening or you are doing something else. So please, I'm not always interested in your response to my question, but at least let me hear that you can hear me, okay? So Bridget, Selikem, and who else did I mention? Yeah. If you can hear me, that's fine. Caleb, you can give a thumbs up, put your hand up, just so I know that you are listening. Remember, there's an online class, so I can only know you can hear me or you are here when you give me feedback. Okay, so I see thumbs up from Jeremy. Selikem, are you there? Can you hear me? Bridget. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so any professor, well, I think my professors declined to share their opinion or ruling on this, so um, I'll move on. So this is a case that happened, well, is that a hand up, a signal, or an intention to express? Prof. Na? Yes, Prof. Na, yes, let me hear you, Prof. Na.
Please, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, please, concerning the facts, please, I still don't understand why the bank should seize the tractor from Seidu, like when Yakubu has already sold it to him. So,
Yes, exactly why we are here to discuss and express our opinion on this case. Okay. So having read the facts, what is your thinking? If you were to, make a ruling, would you rule in favor of Seidu that no, the bank cannot take it away from Seidu, or the bank has every right to take it away from Seidu? Okay, so that's the point we want to establish here. I see Selikem, your hand is still up. You want to share your opinion now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So, please, I think if I were to be the judge, I would rule in favor of the bank.
You would rule in favor of the bank. Okay, with your reasons being that, what would be your reasons for that ruling? Okay, Portia and Bright, hold on. Let's finish with Selikem. Yeah.
So, please, I think even though Seidu did not know that the tractor was for the bank, he had no right to sell the property that was already, in how do I say, that was already in the possession of the bank.
Okay. Okay. Well noted. Your reason is well noted. Thank you. Let me hear from Portia, then I'll come to Bright.
Okay, so please, I'm in favor for the bank because they have every right to take the tractor from them, from Seidu, because Seidu should have, he did not know, but now that he knows that the tractor doesn't belong to Yakubu, he should just let it go and rather go back to Yakubu to refund his money back to him.
Okay. Thank you for that. So we have two judges ruling in favor of the bank, right? Okay, Prof. Bright, let's hear you. Are you going to give a different ruling?
It's the same.
The same. So you think the bank had every right to, claim the tractor from Seidu? Well, let's read the case again. It says that the ADB Bank, right, gave a loan to Orlando A. Yakubu and Co., a sole proprietorship, for a tractor which served as security. The tractor remained registered to Orlando A. Yakubu. After the loan period, Yakubu sold the tractor to the plaintiff, Seidu, who was unaware of the bank's security interests. The bank later seized the tractor from Seidu, leading to Seidu to sue the bank. So pay attention to certain details. Well, let me get other reactions from Prof. Mike. Bridget, I still want to hear from you. I think she's having network challenges. Sorry about that. Prof. Bridget. But Prof. Mike, if you can give us your thoughts. Or you still share with the earlier judges?
Sir, please, yes.
Okay. Okay. Josephine, let me hear you.
Okay, sir, please, good morning.
Morning.
He's they said after the loan period. So does that mean that he paid the money or he didn't pay the money? I don't understand.
Oh. Okay, so Josephine is asking further questions. So as a judge, she would have probably inquired more about whether Orlando paid the loan or didn't, right? But as we have presented, as the case has been presented here, that bit of information is not there. We still want your ruling on that. Okay. So Josephine, you will go ahead to rule, even though you would have wished to know whether he had finished paying the loan or not.
Okay, sir. So, sir, I think the bank shouldn't have allowed Yakubu to sell the tractor.
Mm-hmm.
They should have maybe at least seized it or like kept it somewhere that he wouldn't have opportunity to like sell it. So the bank is also at fault. So
Okay.
right now, so I don't know who I'm for, but I think the bank is at fault. So
Okay.
Seidu was not he was right by suing the bank because he
Okay.
didn't know anything about it.
Okay, thank you. I think I'll hear from Na. I don't know if Bridget is now okay with us and would want to share. Prof. Baden, please prepare to share your thoughts. So now let's hear you.
Okay, sir, please. I wanted to say that with what Josephine said, I want to say that, but what if like the bank was unaware that Yakubu sold the tractor to Siedu, which caused them to also like sue him since they may also be unaware. Yeah, so it's more like I'm posing a question to Prof.
Okay.
Josephine.
Okay. Thank you. So let me hear finally from Prof. Baden, Nadum.
Sir, please, thank you for the opportunity to speak. So, from my understanding of everything, there will be a policy from the bank that when time is due for the tractor to be taken back, they have to take it back. So, in my opinion, an agreement has to be struck between the three that yes, the tractor will be taken back by the bank, but then Yakubu will have to pay Seidu because Seidu was unaware that the bank would later on come for the tractor. That is how I'm understanding everything.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much, professors. I am itching to give the ruling of the courts, but I think I'll hold on. I'll hold on. But you can go and search for this interesting case, Well, there are other cases I wanted us to go through, but that will eat into our time. So let's go straight ahead. So you see how law can be interesting because people have lots of opinion and different viewpoints when it comes to even just a particular matter. I know my professors are itching that we look at the ruling of the court, okay? But then I think I'll hold on, unless maybe you all agree that I should tell you the ruling, what the court ruled. So law of contracts. Now, what are some of the things we are going to discuss? We'll look at the meaning of contract and the elements of a contract, right? And then look at types of contracts, and also go to look at vitiation of contract. When we say vitiation, it simply means, actions that makes, something defective, right? So there are certain things you do that can make a contract invalid or defective. And then how to discharge a contract, as in how you can settle out whatever issues you have in a contract. So these are key things we have to look at for law of contracts. Now, let's dig in first to the meaning of a contract. Meaning of a contract. I'm sure you've heard of the word contract. Please, what does it mean? Contract. I'm sure you have been using it. Oh, yeah, Prof. Portia.
So please, I think contract is an argument between two or more parties with intention of having legal consequence if maybe any of the parties do not abide by the laws or the policies of what they agree on.
Okay, thank you very much. So keyword, the agreement. Okay, any other version? Yes, Bright.
Please, contract is the legal agreement between two or more parties that outlines the terms and conditions. Of the. So I've said it.
Okay, thank you very much, Bright. Okay, so I think interesting point there. Let me hear from Na, and then I'll move on. Prof, now let's hear your version.
Okay, so thank you. Please, a contract is a legal document or agreement formed by two or more entities with an intention of achieving an aim, following the consequences and rules, and with a deadline. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Interesting thought there. So key word that all of you are putting in there is that a contract is an agreement, right? But not just any agreement, a legally binding agreement. Okay, an agreement that can be enforced by law. So if it's an agreement that cannot be enforced by law, then it cannot be, it cannot be then seen as a contract. So a contract is a legally binding agreement between two or more parties that is enforceable by law. We can also say that it is where two or more parties make mutual exchange of promises to perform an act. In addition, each party agrees to do or not to do something in exchange for a benefit. So if we are looking at contract, we are looking at an engagement where people agree and commit to be binded by whatever they are agreeing on. So for example, if I tell you today, I'll teach you business management and I'll charge you 100 cedis a month. Now, if you get back to me and say, okay, well accepted, teach me for this month, January, I'll pay you on the 30th of January. Now, there's more or less like an agreement, a mutual consent we are building, and it's binding. If I fail to teach you, you can sue me. If I teach and you don't pay me, I can sue you in the court, right? So that agreement is binding on us. It gives us that obligation to perform whatever we have promised to do. Otherwise, then the other party can really make a big deal out of it by taking it to the court for enforcement. Okay. It's not always the case that you are agreeing to do something. Sometimes you also agree not to do something. Okay, so it's the other way around. It's either to do or not to do. So that is the meaning of contract, a legally binding agreement between two or more parties, enforceable by law. But then let's dig in. What is an agreement? What is an agreement, professors? An agreement is an arrangement between two people or two parties, okay, where they commit to do something or not to do something, or to abide by certain conditions. Now note, it can be oral or written. So it's not all contracts that should be written, even though it is expected that contracts are written, sometimes it can be oral. Okay. Now let's consider these two scenarios. The first scenario, Kwame tells Akosua, hey, I will sell you my bike for 200 cedis. Just like that. And then in another scenario, Kwame agrees to sell his bike to Akosua for 200 Ghana cedis, and Akosua agrees to pay on 1st January 2025. Here again, I need my professors to express their opinion as to what they see about these two scenarios. Hey, I will sell you my bike for 200 cedis. Hey, I will sell you my bike for 200 cedis. Okay, I'll pay you on 1st January 2025. What can you say about these two scenarios? Well, I think my professors can think about it. When we meet in the second session, they'll tell me about their opinion on the first and the second scenarios, and that what they see different between these two cases or two scenarios, right? Okay, so professors, let's meet. Early days yet, so I can understand your, resistance to expressing your opinion. But hey, feel free, tell us your mind. It doesn't matter. Maybe in the second section, I'll consider, spelling the ruling of the SEDU versus ADB. Okay, so I'll see you in the second session.